So I was asked today about my views on Groupon and whether or not I think it's a successful and viable strategy for growing your business and growing your profit. And whilst unquestionably it's when I say Groupon, any of these Groupon like businesses and websites, they're very good for driving top line turnover. What they do, however, is drive discounting, heavy discounting, which I'm not a fan of any sales strategy that is reliant on discounting, and certainly not heavy discounting. I much more want to be adding value and being able to maintain margin. I can't explain to you how important having and maintaining strong margin is in business. If you've got margin, then you've got the ability to reinvest, to advertise, to pay staff, to for capital expenditure, for R&D, for whatever it is. But without margin, you don't have the ability to do any of this stuff. Once you start discounting, it's a very, very slippery slope. Now, once you've discounted for a customer, especially with something through Groupon, yes, you've attracted a customer base, and the theory would be, you've brought new customers to the business that you can then sell to again in the future. But the problem invariably with these people is that that customers who have come to you because of discount, that ultimately they're cheap. And as a business owner and a salesperson, you want to avoid customers who are cheap, because ultimately you're never going to be able to push that price back up. If a customer's come to you through Groupon because you're offering a 50% discount on something, most of them are going to be coming to you because of that. Sure, okay, some of them are going to have come because they didn't know about you in the first place, and you may be able to upsell them in the future. But for me, the big if is that you may be able to do something. If you have a very clear strategy of how you're going to take these new customers and sell higher margin product to them as repeat business in the future, then yeah, fantastic. I think you should certainly consider business channels, like Groupon and some of its competitors. But I think you've got to have a very, very clear strategy of how you're going to do it, and that strategy for me is a lot more often better in theory than it is in reality, just simply because of the kind of customers you've created. So my advice is any kind of sales strategy, you want to be adding value, as much value as you can. If people do want to try and push the price down, don't allow that price to be pushed, because once you've started it, it's a very, very slippery slope, and it's very hard to bring your prices back up again. But what you can do is do value adds, a 3 for 2, a 10 for 9, or add ancillary products on to try and maintain that base price. Anything like that is the strategy that you want to be trying, but I think very, very carefully before you start discounting.